guys, welcome to another episode. I can't wait for you guys to meet my guests. On my left, I have Bimpe Ajibade. She's a singer. And then on my right, I have Tpublicist. I think the name already suggests what he does, so he's a publicist anyway. Then I have Favour. He's a social media marketer.
Thank you.
We're starting a game of Charades. The game is for 3 rounds. That's if by the second round both teams are tying. But if there's nothing that's tying, if you guys win 2 rounds, then just 2 rounds and we're going for a third round. So it's on the clock, 45 seconds. If you guess what it is before 45 seconds, we move on. You don't talk. Once you talk, your team loses. The only thing you're allowed to do is demonstrate, strictly demonstration. So whichever team the clock stops on loses that round.
Okay.
So let's start, people. Okay. It's a second one.
I just started acting. Just do like this if you have started.
16 seconds more.
60 seconds.
Yes, no.
Are you dancing, Chucky?
5 more seconds.
I'm
sorry, I can't.
What is it?
In my feelings, song.
Ah.
No.
You would have danced it!
Your turn.
Okay. Oh,
Ready to
God.
start the time, please.
Okay.
Mirror. Picture selfie.
Yeah.
Sure, stand there, see you. You're lying.
Selfie
Selfie people. Action!
It needs action now. Only selfie.
It's an action!
This thing.
How's the action now?
Let's know where we are.
Tell her to show you her feelings.
Yes, sir.
This thing.
Is this done? Can we?
Can we? What are you doing?
Picking the simple one.
I need to pick selfie for that.
Hey, whoa.
I can start here.
I am scared.
I'm starting.
Yes, I'll. Please, fine.
Crying, hands, beating.
Oh, God.
I think I know.
I know already. You're not doing well, mom. There's something you should have done.
Plugging. Chains. What? Trying to
You
get
don't
up.
know what to
No,
do.
I just tell you after the. Oh, no, there's still time. There's still 50 shades of grey.
Did I try?
You didn't try.
No.
You should have just done something like.
No.
She won't get 200 shades of grey. 50 shades grey. Time fucking sex.
My turn.
Yeah.
If I said BDSM, I'll forgive you. But now you owe me.
Okay. Well, this last round has to be as simple.
Yep.
Wait, there's something wrong there. Why did I keep picking this stuff?
I don't want to know.
Like, what is going on?
What was
Okay,
50
so-
shades of grey doing inside that cup?
It's not your turn, it's our turn.
No, we'll do it together. The final one, we'll do it together. And then both of you guess at the same time.
Wow.
So we all guess it first. Win.
Okay, guys, you check same thing.
Yeah, same
No,
thing. Same thing, yeah.
Let's do
Wait.
this together.
You're picking.
They'll be.
Are you ready?
Show him. Show. I said show him. Show her now. Go. Oh.
Show us now.
Oh, okay. And the reason she did.
I thought we were a team. I didn't know we were still. You guys didn't explain.
They explained.
At the same time.
Man,
I get it.
That's one fam.
One fam.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say 50 shades of I was out there about 50 shades of grey. So,
We're done with the game. So now to the question part is we're done with the game. Favour, because I need to pick one, then we'll discuss it. Why you?
Now, still pick.
Bring it.
Okay.
easy.
Thank you. Poverty. I'm telling you. Okay.
Wait, well, despite all the shuffling and
Are you sure you won't pick something else?
I'm telling you.
Tpublicist can't relate.
The rich gang.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's
So what we consider the major, because we all know that Nigeria, but we reek of poverty. So like, what's the main cause of poverty in our country?
Bad government.
Okay, we all blame the government, but is it really the government?
It's really the government.
Or us
everything.
ourselves?
Nigeria itself.
No. Nigeria itself is synonymous with wealth.
Well,
Remove the government. Nigeria is synonymous with
have
wealth.
you noticed that in this Nigeria, if they have something that you are doing and you don't blow, and you mistakenly go to the abroad, you blow.
What changed?
The country.
But whites from the abroad come to Nigeria. Even Chinko,
That's the thing.
Chinko,
It's like this
they come to Nigeria and they blow.
Yes, they do.
They have been blowing since
Okay, yeah.
before independence, since the
Oh,
colonial era.
Nigeria is me, the country itself.
No, it's bad governance basically. So what do? We practice democracy, right? Democracy simply means you
Government
transfer. No.
How about
No,
good
that one
government?
This is a functional definition. Democracy basically means you transfer all of your rights and privileges and resources and entrust it to someone else to manage on your behalf. So when you are born in Nigeria, you're automatically rich. The difference between you growing up rich or poor is how the government decides to distribute the wealth which you have entrusted into their hands. Because everyone born in Nigeria has equal rights to the resources of Nigeria. So the fact that when you are born, you were not given your own share of the wealth means whoever is in custody of it is the problem and not you or
even
the country.
itself.
So you don't need to go.
I don't need
Let's
to go
just
to the
change
abroad.
them.
I'll go.
Just look for a way to.
Let's just change them. You're a musician.
So maybe will you run for
For what?
We will come for
you
your
want us to
concert.
change them? Have you collected your
You
people?
can't.
Have you collected everything?
Have you collected
The
your
thing
people?
you will say is, I don't want them to break out to my head. That's what you say.
I think that's what you are saying.
And that's what I'm saying, actually. That's what I'm saying.
But then really, like, I feel like there are so many things wrong with this country. Our leaders, yes, but it goes beyond the leaders too. Even we ourselves, this thing is, it's not just our leaders. There is corruption, there is this, there is that. Even amongst us, amongst us as small units. I don't know how to explain it exactly. It is there. It is in our. It's like our mentality.
Mass
It's
corruption
it's an inbuilt something. It's like I was talking to one of my friends, and we were talking about how at work is the people on top that are getting all the money, and the people down, they are just giving us whatever it is they can get and all that. And then she was like, if I get there, I'll do the same thing.
That's the mentality.
That's how it is.
Basically, everything still boils down to the government, no matter how you want to look at it. It still boils down to the government. You would work 35 years and you can neither retire to a house or to a pension. Whose fault is it? Whether you work in the private sector or the public sector, it is the responsibility of the government to make sure that your employer remits your pension fund. You should mandatorily have a pension fund as long as you are working. It should be mandatory. The government should ensure that citizens don't wallow in poverty. That is the beginning and end of their responsibility.
Let's assume the government is not doing their job. Fine. But even we non-government, we are not doing our job. The government is supposed to enforce the company. What is wrong with the HR of the company? What is wrong with the people in the company? Why can't they do the right thing? Like, we already know that our government is bad. Everybody knows. So what is wrong with us?
Without laws and
individuals?
enforcement, there are no rights or
I'm
wrong.
not saying that.
There are laws and enforcement. We just don't enforce the laws.
There are laws, but there are no enforcement. And without enforcement, there are no rights or wrong.
Are you happy?
Basically,
No,
that's it.
no.
So you're not happy in Nigeria?
At all.
So
I'm
everything
happy
boils
with
down to
Nigeria.
the
I like
government.
Nigeria. I like Nigeria. Tell me that Nigeria.
But as long as everything boils down to the government, I think
I'm kind of
at the family level,
Okay.
there should also be responsibility. I believe there is governance at the family
course.
level, at the small scale level, community level. So once we can reorientate ourselves and realize that okay, the government is not doing as much as it can, but what can we do? How can we leave poverty? So I believe a major tool to leave poverty is education. Once you're educated, your opportunities become global. So even if Nigeria wants to hold you down, you can.
Speaking of education,
Okay.
I don't know, but I feel like education don't do it anymore because we have a lot of people that are educated and they have anything to show for it. And we have people who are not educated and they're living in villages.
Unfortunately, literacy is different from education. If you're educated and you are still poor, I have reason to doubt your education. But first of all, the primary purpose of education is to move you from where you are to the next level. So if you have not moved, I doubt if you have been educated, especially in Nigeria where opportunities are staring you in the face.
Yeah.
You understand? So if you can't think outside of where you are and move, I doubt maybe you can read and write. That's more like literacy.
But she said
education-
something about the government. I know. What if your area now you're giving like you allocate like 15 million to you to do something there. Tell me, look at me. Will you donate 15 million to the area or you're going to take something?
Well,
Wow.
I'll do what I'm supposed to.
That's
If there is change, I'll carry the change. But I'll make sure. You see.
What's the first
some
thing
of our
you're going to do?
politicians.
That's the
Wait,
question.
for me though, I'll do what I'm supposed to use the money for.
First.
Yes. But some of our politicians actually do like that.
Mm.
They do what they're supposed to do. They do their jobs. But then they're also keeping the change. But they're not keeping the change at the expense of the masses. Do you understand? You're a politician. Money is coming your way. They allocated 15 million for something. You need 10 million for the project. You do the project for 10 million. You put the 5 million in your account. Nobody knows.
Why can't you return it? Should I tell you?
You can't. I believe you can't explain poverty with corruption.
It's not
Because there are corrupt countries. In fact, every
Yes,
country
every country is
on earth
corrupt.
is corrupt.
And there is no
But there are still developments
managing
despite the corruption.
So it's not about corruption.
So I believe it's not about corruption, but it is more of about accountability. Because the reason why lecturers in Nigeria go on strike and lecturers in the US want to go on strike is not because politicians are not corrupt. It is because politicians do what they have to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Nigeria has always operated in excess. We always had too much resources. But then what did we do with all of that?
There's no problem with holding back.
I think they are just two functional.
They're supposed to.
There are two functional explanations basically. One is either they are mad, or two they are illiterate.
Okay.
Because I believe that if our leaders had the proper level of education, they should understand that even if you privatize these monies, you pump it back into the economy. Monies are not meant to be stockpiled. Bill Gates is a billionaire. The country doesn't have an account where he has $1 billion. It's all in
There's
your
no
head.
difference. Okay, you can have the money, but they don't keep the money here. They actually take the money out.
They don't even need to keep.
That's what I'm saying.
The money.
Even if it's here, banks can use them as loans and all.
That's what I'm saying. That's more like illiteracy. Now, if you check people like Atiku, for instance, people like Obasanjo, you realize that they put back these monies into the economy, realizing
he has
that
OPL, he has the farms, he has
OPL,
he has the school.
Like it's pumping in.
Then even when you're educated, you also realize that there are levels where you get to and you don't need money any longer. As a former president of Nigeria, you don't need money any longer. Worst case scenario, you fight for influence.
What's even president? You can say anything.
I'm just trying to create a worst case. Like everything is catered for. What is the worst possible ailments you can have.
Nigeria, you're giving
Cancer.
allowance. How many
The state
clothes
pays.
Yeah.
You get so
how many clothes you have to wear in this life?
it's
Wardrobe allowance
either
itself
share.
is enough.
Yeah.
It's either share illiteracy or share madness
Cancer will
for
die
you
into
to
your wardrobe
steal
allowance money. It won't
that
do
much.
anything.
It doesn't
It
just make sense. So everything still boils down to the government. Everything boils down to the government. I believe if the government is not ready to give us
That's
the natural resources that we naturally are entitled to, then they should at least give us the education that will make us globally relevant. So we can always leave the Nigeria for them and go and look for. And even if we are here, we can always source for global opportunities. We have people that render services. We have people that write codes, web developers, graphic designers. We can render services all over the world, and we just leave them. Say,
I will
okay,
still carry
natural,
they will still know we are
the oil,
Nigerians.
the
We
whatever.
are doing well.
Enjoy it, but give us
Education.
the most
and all.
important. Give us education and do whatever you want to. But that one is madness. It's not.
So
They
your
can't
own-
think like
cut
that.
the
They're
off
too
to issues.
shallow-minded.
Your own course is madness.
The fact that we
Madness.
don't have a proper educational system
Exactly.
and we have so much corruption is madness.
Okay.
If we had a good educational system or had corruption, then they are
It's
smart.
still understandable.
They are smart. Maybe they are just illiterate. They are not smart to the level of being educated, but they have natural intelligence that okay,
Yeah,
at
just
least
give them
give them a distraction
Okay.
and do whatever you want to.
You have something to say.
No, I'm just really seconding his point. Like that's the best way it could have
So
gone.
don't leave us.
What?
Don't
But
leave us.
then you know that the twist is that if they give you education,
Yeah.
then they are not safe.
Yeah,
they're going to use it against them.
So
Yeah.
exactly.
And that's what's
So
actually happening.
it's
They-
a fallout.
that's what is
It's a
happening
fallout.
now. It's still going to happen.
Is
It's
it
already
going to
happening.
happen?
Is that?
Oh, okay.
Well, much people don't want to die. That's the
You don't know, you don't know
What you
PVC.
want to
People that
say?
can't get PVC think
What's the essence of
They're
you
going
okay
to-
having the PVC then going to vote, then everywhere just gets scattered, gunshots everywhere. Why you're trying to vote? So what's up?
so. When
Ekiti,
you
what
want-
happened in
when
Ekiti?
you would march the revolution that is coming, what would they fight? You will knock out.
I'm not going fam. I'm not doing.
Okay, talking about previous, let's talk about the deadline. I think the deadline for collective CV was yesterday.
Oh,
They've extended by
They
2 weeks.
Excellent.
2
Bye.
weeks.
2 weeks.
So why? Like, what I'm saying is, why are we in a hurry to end it when the election is next year?
So that they can.
They can do the. I think they're still giving them.
Temporary.
Yeah,
What they're giving
one that
people.
they are giving
They've
out,
not
so
done
they have to
that
put
job.
Okay, guys, it's been interesting talking to you guys about poverty. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
So, you guys, that's it for today.
Right.
Make sure you subscribe and like before you leave the page.
Subscribe.
Also, you can also join us in the conversation by dropping your own opinion in the comment segment. Thank you very much.
Government are to be blamed.
Yeah, comment segment below.
Subscribe.
Like,
Comment.
subscribe,
Share
please
the
comment,
Then
share
share.
the link.
Share to your WhatsApp,
If you are not
Instagram,
satisfied,
Twitter.
message
Snapchat.
Thank you guys
Baby, my honey, come and take one CD. Make I carry you down to Las Giddy. You go jump and cool when I get it. When I mash up this stage, you call me Coco. When I drop on my flow, she love the coco. Now my son beat the heater years ago. Sexy ladies, you know they wanna know, yeah. Baby, come over. Yeah, I buy you Range Rover. Yeah, I go turn you over. I go be your lover. And yes, come yes, baby, my lover.